How will the 2016 Rio Olympics benefit the Brazilian economy? Will it be the turning point it needs? A new imaging technology that allows brain activity to be observed in real time. Meet Powervoice, an IT startup with a unique speaker recognition technology. As the heat wave continues, how is it affecting how consumers behave in the real-world economy? Find out more on today's Bizline.
The Rio 2016 Summer Olympics will kick off from August 5th as a global celebration of sportsmanship and goodwill. The nation has invested $11.1 billion into the event, hoping for its success and the economic boom that it could bring. Just how is the Brazilian economy doing then? How will the Olympics affect its future recovery? The 2016 Rio Olympics is the first to be held in South America, and the announcement of the host city was received with excitement worldwide with its reputation as the city of the Carnival. Brazil is finishing up preparations for the event and placing great hopes on its success.
Rio de Janeiro is going through many changes. The downtown, Rio de Janeiro downtown is completely different from how it was 5 years ago. There were many improvements on the tourism infrastructure in Rio. We have new hotels, we have new services. They are better prepared to serve not only Rio citizens but also visitors from all parts of the world.
$700 million went into the construction of the venues alone, while $3 billion was spent on expanding the city's metro lines. Total investment into the Olympics came up to a staggering $11.1 billion. The Olympics has become a high-stakes event for Brazil, as it has pinned great hopes on the economic effect of the event. International sporting events have been known to have positive impacts on the economy of the host nation.
직접 효과 같은 경우에는 일단 관광객이 늘어나겠죠. 그러니까 관광객 수를 통한 수입이 증가가 될 거고, 근데 그 중에 가장 더 많이 이야기가 되는 게 그 올림픽을 유치하고 나서 그 국가 이미지나 그 기업 이미지들이 향상이 되고 또 신뢰도도 향상되고, 그리고 외국에서 이제 관심이 증대하기 때문에 국가에 대한 투자도 증가를 하고 수출도 증대되는 그런 효과들이 그동안은 있어왔습니다.
The Olympics typically means large amounts of revenue for the host nation. Revenue amounted to $2.5 billion in Athens 2004, $3.6 billion in Beijing 2008, and $5.5 billion in the most recent London Olympics of 2012. The LA Olympics of 1984 set a clear precedent for host cities making economic gains from the Olympics.
그 전 올림픽과는 다르게 정부에서 이게 투자를 많이 한 올림픽이 아니고 사실 민간 자본들을 유치를 통해서 했기 때문에 일단은 경제적으로 자립된 올림픽이었고요. 준비 때부터. 그리고 올림픽이 굉장히 광고나 그 홍보가 잘 되어 있어서 미디어에서도 큰 돈을 가져올 수 있었고, 그리고 스폰서십 이 사실은 거의 처음으로 그 국제 스포츠 무대에 전면적으로 등장한 것이 사실 LA 올림픽이라고 할 수 있거든요.
43% of all investments into the Rio Olympics comes from private capital. This is cited as a reason why the Rio Olympics will be an economic success.
One of the reasons why we're confident that the investments that were made for Rio Olympics to be successful is that it was made with a lot of support from the private sector. So really for the Olympics, the private sector and the public sector, they joined together to make it happen, and to make it happen in an effective and in a sustainable way for the long term.
Brazil is desperately in need of an economic boost from the Olympics. Together with Russia, India, China, and South Africa, Brazil was part of the BRICS hailed as the 5 rising economies to lead future growth. However, it has hit hard times in recent years. Growth rates became negative while the government's budget deficit has hit $52.4 billion. Coupled with huge inflation rates each year, about 30% of all Brazilians were found to be delinquent borrowers in a survey conducted in March. The biggest reason why the Brazilian economy is suffering has been falling oil prices. Crude oil is a key export that has a huge impact on the Brazilian economy.
Rio's state government gains a lot of its revenue from oil. Now, when prices fall, the budget takes a hit. Now they don't have enough money to spend on things like public services, hospitals, policemen, firefighters, etc.
Brazil is thus hoping for the Olympics to be the breakthrough that its economy needs. First, the government expects about 350,000 tourists to visit Brazil during the Games. Brazilian corporations are also hoping for the Olympics to boost their revenue. However, there are concerns that the economic effect of the Olympics will not be as positive as hoped. This is because the global threat of terrorism, in addition to the Zika virus outbreak, could keep tourists at bay.
There's so much negative stuff going on in Brazil right now that perhaps it's not the right time to have the world focused on it. Government is probably spending more money than it can afford trying to prepare for these events, and it is uncertain whether or not they could get a return on investment that's worth it.
However, indirect economic effects will be greater and longer lasting than direct effects, which are short-term and immediate. A long-term perspective should be taken when discussing the economic impact of the Olympics.
The Rio metropolitan area got an infrastructure overhaul in preparing for the Olympics. So that means new roads, new modes of transportation. Hopefully this benefits the region and improves business efficiency. Lastly, if Brazil is able to pull off a successful Olympics, it can showcase to the world that even in times of struggle, we are a resilient country with great people and great, natural sightseeing, and maybe that can attract a lot of investors and tourists.
Brazil is set to host the Olympics in a year fraught with hardship and challenges for the nation. Will it rise above it all to make the Olympics a success? If so, this could be a golden opportunity to restore its national image and enjoy an economic rebound.
What if we could observe what's happening in a person's brain in real time? Now we actually can, thanks to a new technology developed by researchers at KAIST. It is a wearable helmet that allows a user's brain to be observed in real time. Learn about this latest breakthrough in neuroimaging technology. Traditionally, large machines such as MRIs and CTs were required to observe a patient's brain. These medical equipment usually weigh over 100 kilograms and are costly, meaning that only large hospitals and facilities can afford them. However, things changed recently when KAIST researchers announced that they had developed a portable neuroimaging device that weighs just 400 grams.
인간이 두뇌 활동에 산소를 에너지원으로 쓰게 됩니다. 그래서 우리 뇌에서 어느 부분에서 산소를 소모하는지 알면 어느 부분이 동작을 하는지 알 수 있게 되는데요. 널싯은 실시간으로 뇌의 어느 부분에 산소를 소모하는지 알려주는 세계에서 유일한 그런 장비입니다.
Nersit is a device that can show neural activity in real time on a tablet PC. When the user puts a helmet-shaped imaging device on the head, activity leads into various parts of the brain are mapped out on a tablet PC in just 10 seconds.
작은 사이즈로 만들 수 있었던 거는 이제 반도체 기술 때 만들었고요. 그런 다음에 뇌에서 나오는 신호는 피코와트 수준의 굉장히 작은 신호거든요. 그 작은 신호를 잘 받으려면은 지금 현재 통신에서 쓰고 있는 신호를 잘 받아들이는 그런 통신 기법, 그런 것들이 들어가 있고요. 전자 시스템을 만드는 그런 기술이 융합돼가지고 이런 거가 탄생하게 됐습니다.
Nersit uses a laser and a detector that models oxygen levels in the brain on a magnetic field. The specially designed semiconductor on the device transmits, controls, and analyzes the signals relayed between the laser and the detector. CDMA and MIMO technologies that maximize portability have been incorporated through the semiconductor as well, making the device as compact as possible.
우리가 인간과 동물하고 다른 부분은 우리 이마 영역에 있어요. 이마 영역에서 우리가 인간만이 할 수 있는 복잡한 사고, 우리의 자아, 그리고 우리의 어떤 감정, 이런 것들이 다 그 전두엽에 들어있거든요. 이마 영역에. 그래서 이마 영역을 모니터링을 하는 게 어떤 인간의 고등 펑션을 알아내는 데 있어서 가장 중요합니다.
NERSIT has a resolution of 4 by 4 millimeters per pixel, similar to an ordinary MRI. It is about 10 times higher than a near-infrared spectroscopy, which functions with similar principles. The strengths of NERSIT become clearer when compared to traditional neuroimaging devices. It weighs just 0.4% of an fMRI, but achieves similar performance.
MRI를 병원에서 찍어보셨으면 아시겠지만 이게 찍은 다음에 한참 있어야지 한 장면이 나오는 거예요. 이게 실시간으로 영상이 나오는 게 아니죠. 거기에 비해서 이거는 실시간으로 내 영상이 나오니까 어떤 우리가 어떤 수학 문제를 풀다든가 어떤 우리의 의식이 어떻게 흘러가는지를 실시간으로 보여줄 수 있는 거죠.
It places the brain literally at your fingertips as the entire neural blood flow can be observed on a tablet PC. We observe the brain and the changes it undergoes in real time through a simple experiment. When the user is asked to solve simple math problems, the device shows the cognitive functions performed in the brain. The presence of orthostatic hypotension can also be checked using the device when the user performs squats.
이 학생은 굉장히 건강한 사람이기 때문에 결과를 봤을 때처럼 약 5초에서 10초 사이에 이제 자신의 원래 상태로 돌아오는 결과라고 할 수 있습니다.
Existing neuroimaging devices could only take images in stationary positions. However, NERSIT can monitor reactions in the brain in real time when humans perform certain actions.
음주를 했을 때 약 100분 뒤 정도부터 이제 어떤 브레인의 특정 영역에서의 활성화가 일어난다는 걸 알게 됐고요. 우리가 일반적인 어떤 감정을 느낀다거나 어떤 수학 문제를 풀 때 액티베이션 되는 영역과 전혀 다른 영역에서의 어떤 그런 활발한 활동을 모니터링을 했습니다. 그래서 주량이 한 잔이신 분은 한 잔 드시면 나타나고 한 병이신 분은 한 병을 먹어야지 저 부분이 나타나기 시작합니다.
Neuroimaging creates a visual representation of the functional and pharmacological structures of the brain and is used in a wide range of fields such as medicine, neuroscience, and even psychology.
의식이 없는 환자들 중에서 의식이 있는 환자들과 의식이 없는 환자들을 구별해내는 것, 어떤 뇌경색 이후에 재활을 하면서 재활이 잘 되는지 그런 것을 모니터링하는 것, 이런 등등에 이제 쓸 것을 예상을 하고요.
Combined with telecommunications technology, it can expand healthcare monitoring on smartphones to include brain functions as well. If real-time data on neural activity becomes readily available, a whole world of new services could be made possible.
뇌에 어떤 질병이 생기면 어떤 구조적인 아니라 기능적인 문제가 생겼을 경우에 아무것도 할 수 있는 게 없어요. 그걸 할 수 없는 이유가 인간의 뇌가 어떻게 동작하는지 모르기 때문에 그렇거든요. 이 디바이스는 지금까지 나와 있는 디바이스 중에서 뇌를 가장 잘 들여다볼 수 있는 장비 중에 하나라고 생각을 하고요. 어떤 뇌를 좀 알아가는데 어떤 그런 한 포인트가 될 수 있으면 좋을 것 같습니다.
The new portable and compact neuroimaging device has been recognized as product of Korea's leading semiconductor technologies and development in its software capabilities. Will it open the gates to Korea's arrival in the global medical equipment market?
Use your voice to turn on and off the light or to verify your identity. This is all possible thanks to Powervoice, a Korea-based startup specializing in voice biometrics to provide secure and convenient authentication. We visited Powervoice's office in Bucheon, Gyeonggi-do Province. Since its founding in 2002, the company has cemented its position as one of the leading providers of IoT voice recognition solutions.
파워보이스는 음성 신호 처리를 전문적으로 연구하는 R&D 벤처 기업이고요. 음성에 담겨있는 개인적인 생체 정보를 이용해서 화자 인식이라든가 이런 생체 인식 분야에 대한 기술을 개발하기도 하고, 또 음성에 담겨있는 언어적인 정보를 이해해서 사람이 사용하는 언어를 기계가 알아들을 수 있게 이렇게 음성 인식 분야에 적용하기도 하고 있습니다.
One of the company's flagship solutions is a speaker recognition service, which uses a speaker's voice to authorize a payment. Simply search an item from a mobile shopping app, click on the pay button, and input your voice. Then, is there a difference between speech recognition and speaker recognition? While the former is the ability to recognize individual words or phrases, the latter is the ability to identify a person based on their voice.
목에 있는 길이 있습니다. 성도라고 하는데요. 사람마다 이렇게 모든 게 다 틀립니다. 그래서 숨을 내쉴 때 이 세기라든지 또 나오는 길이 다 틀린데 사람마다 그 다른 그 특성들을 갖다가 이제 분석을 해서 그것들을 저희가 개인을 구분하는 데 쓰는 기술입니다.
Powervoice is confident that speaker recognition is a robust biometric solution that offers improved safety and the next big thing in the fintech market.
화자 인식 같은 경우는 내 목소리로만 하기 때문에 제가 아니면은 딴 사람이 로그인할 수가 없는 거고요. 그리고 만약에 이제 뭐 녹취를 하더라도 제 라이브한 목소리가 틀리기 때문에 이제 그런 것들이 다 구분이 가능합니다. 그래서 어떤 보안성이 충분히 이제 다른 방식보다 안전하고요. 목소리 같은 경우는 혹시라도 해킹이 됐더라도 말하는 어휘를 바꾸게 되면은 또 하나의 새로운 색채 정보가 됩니다. 그래서 그걸 활용하게 된다면은 만약 해킹이 되더라도 다시 한번 이제 등록하는 과정을 통해 가지고 본인의 새로운 색채 정보를 등록할 수 있는 특징이 있습니다.
Another promising technology developed by Powervoice is the Silo Smart Switch that uses voice commands and a smartphone app to control and monitor lights and other appliances in homes.
집안에 있는 모든 센서라든가 스위치, 플러그 등의 가전 제품들도 다 인터넷을 연결을 해서 저희가 집 안에 있거나 혹은 집 밖에 있거나 해외에 있거나 집안의 상태를 모니터링하고 제어할 수 있는 이런 이제 IoT 스마트 홈 환경이 제공이 되고 있죠. 그 중에 이제 간단하게 이제 조명이나 전등을 제어할 수 있는 기능을 가지고 있는 게 이 스마트 스위치고요. 특별히 어떤 스마트폰이나 인터넷 디바이스를 통해서 제어하는 것보다는 간단한 음성 명령어 한마디로 전등을 켜고 끄고 할 수 있는 그런 기능이 내장되어 있습니다.
Silo relies on a long-distance voice recognition technology to control switches and lights. The embedded Wi-Fi module can connect to a wireless access point, which allows for remote control by smartphone. Silo is priced at $50 to $60 for consumers. The pricing is different for B2B and consumer markets.
이 제품을 사용해서 소비자들은 좀 더 손쉽게 전원을 제어할 수 있습니다. 절약되는 전기료를 1년치 사용만으로 충분히 이 5, 6만 원 선의 가격을 커버할 수 있고요.
It was not an easy road for Powervoice to keep up with a rapidly evolving tech world. Integrating its solutions into the new applications like fintech or home network systems was also a challenge.
시장이 이렇게 저희가 기대했던 것만큼 빠른 속도로 이렇게 진화하거나 열리지는 않았어요. 그래서 굉장히 좀 어려운 시기들을 많이 겪었고, 이제 연구 개발을 한 결과들을 가지고 시장에 이제 내놓을 준비들을 하고 있는 시기여서 지금은 이제 그동안에 고생한 보람들을 조금씩 찾아나가면서 연구원들이 굉장히 좀 활기차게 일을 하고 있습니다.
Recent partnership deals with financial institutions, government agencies, and private companies are helping Powervoice drive growth. We asked one of the startup experts if there is any room for improvement.
음성인식이라는 것이 지문이나 홍채에 대비해서 인식률 자체가 그렇게 뛰어난 건 아닙니다. 그래서 주요한 인증수단으로 가기에는 조금 한계가 있다. 이런 것들이 많은 전문가들의 의견이고요. 그래서 음성인식을 활용한 다른 제품, 서비스로 확장하는 그런 아이디어를 내시는 게 좋을 것 같고요. 기술도 중요하지만 마케팅, 전략, 홍보 이런 그 전체적인 경영에 대한 노하우, 그 노하우를 확보하는 것도 굉장히 중요하다 이렇게 생각합니다.
The trend-setting technology and perseverance to get through the challenges have made Powervoice where it is today.
저희는 이제 음성 기술을 기반으로 R&D를 핵심에 두고 있기 때문에 음성 인식 기술이 지속적으로 좀 더 발전할 것이다라고 기대하고 있고 또 그쪽에 이제 R&D에 많은 부분을 투자하고 있습니다. 음성 기술은 그러한 이제 IoT라든가 웨어러블 시대에 가장 핵심적인 어떤 인터페이스를 제공하는 기술이기 때문에 그쪽 분야에 좀 더 이렇게 넓은 시각을 가지고 기술 개발을 하는 데 내심을 할 계획입니다.
Powervoice's biometric solutions provide a more convenient and secure authentication alternative to the traditional password model. They are turning innovative concepts into reality, offering comfort and convenience for the smart generation.
Wow, this is just unbelievable.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The weather. I mean, it feels like a furnace outside.
Yeah, you're right. Spend a few minutes outside and you're covered in sweat. A lot of people are getting tired of the intense summer heat here in Korea.
Exactly. But did you know that the hot weather can also affect the economy besides our daily lives? That's what we're going to find out on today's Info Station. The entire world is sweltering now.
Countries across the world, including Korea, are experiencing a deadly heat wave this summer. In fact, the average global temperature during the first half of this year reached an all-time high since records began.
That explains the blazing temperatures this summer.
To escape from the sweltering heat, a lot of people are heading to outdoor pools this summer.
Oh, this must be the Hangang River outdoor pool. I was there last week. There's nothing like water fun on hot summer days.
날씨가 너무 더워서 집에 있으니까 애기들도 더 답답해하고 해서 시원하게 한강 수영장 한번 와봤어요.
The Hangang River parks are also a popular destination during the summer.
That's right. It's crowded with people trying to keep themselves cool during hot and humid nights.
The peak demand for electricity hit a record high this year as hot temperatures arrived unusually early.
That's right. And in July alone, a new record was set 3 times. Does this mean there may be another blackout?
Well, back in 2011, a blackout affected 1.6 million homes and businesses, such as banks and hospitals in Korea, causing nationwide chaos.
The economic damage caused was estimated at $62 million.
A power blackout may occur when electricity demand exceeds supply. To ensure the stable supply of electricity, the Korean government maintains the minimum electricity reserve rate at around 10%.
In Korea, the largest share of electricity is consumed in factories and companies. The energy consumption nearly doubles during the summer when use of air conditioning soars.
In order to cut down on electricity during the heat wave, companies are having a summer vacation shutdown.
Another reason workers are taking a summer holiday around this time of the year is reduced productivity. When the temperature exceeds 30 degrees Celsius, you're likely to sweat just sitting down and get easily irritated. The heat wave is also playing a big role in shaping the consumer economy. Due to the hot weather, limited vacation time, and high travel expenses, an increasing number of people are taking a summer holiday in the city. I'm also one of these so-called city vacationers, actually.
Oh, really? Where do you guys usually go in the city?
One of the most popular destinations for city vacationers is an indoor shopping mall where you can shop, eat, and relax in a sweat-free environment.
Now, normally during the summer holiday period, department stores or shopping malls in the city center see a 15% drop in the number of customers. But thanks to city vacationers, there has been a boost in sales recently.
But on the other hand, traditional markets saw their sales drop by more than 30%.
That's right. The heat wave is keeping customers away from the traditional markets. You know, there are 2 sides to everything.
I didn't realize how the hot weather could have this much impact on the economy.
The heat wave is expected to reach its peak in mid-August. I hope we can get past this weather as quickly as possible.
That would be best for the people as well as the economy.
Virtual reality for future growth. Its outlook worldwide and in Korea. A new technology to address the dizziness users experience in VR. Polarient, creator of a VR motion controller for mobile devices. Did you know that virtual reality was invented in the 19th century? Find out on next week's Bizline special on virtual reality.